Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Kaon season 2 episode number 3 reaction. The previous episode we got to see what happened when they found a guitar which was Sawachan Sensei's guitar, and Sawachan Sensei was like, yeah, sell it, whatever you get you can use it for the club. And after selling it they realized that it's actually a very like an old and a very costly guitar now. And since it's rare it fetched like 500,000 yen. And yeah, obviously that's a lot of money. So they realize that's the case and tries to keep it a secret from Sawachan Sensei. However, obviously Sawachan Sensei is like, where's the receipt? And they have to actually talk about it. And she's like, all right, that's cool. So yeah, you keep 10,000 yen from that. Which I was supposed to give you for the club record, club budget. And yeah, the rest of it I'll take. Which obviously all the girls were kind of making like a whole fuss about. So in the end she like actually gives them an additional gift. Now for the additional gift there was also another thing that the previous episode kind of tackled, is that Yui thought that Azusa is feeling lonely because she wasn't able to get underclassmen, and no new club members have joined. And she recalled her own feeling when Azusa came in. Azusa was her underclassman, and how she and everyone else felt, how they felt happy. So Yui thought like, oh, maybe that's why she's feeling lonely or something. And she was like looking at like a tortoise or turtle in the aquarium. So Yui was like, all right, let's use the extra gift that Sao-chan Sensei will give us for Azusa, and brings in a pet turtle. And yeah, in the end, Azusa appreciated the concern, even though that wasn't probably what she was feeling, but she appreciated the concerned, and thanked them for thinking so much about her. And yeah, I forgot the name that they gave the turtle. I'm sure we'll get to know again. Anyways, let's get started. Episode number 3. Yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, there it is. What's up, Yui? Your nose. Wait, she's scared? Tonchan, that's his name. Hey yo, look at the nose. Look at Yui's nose. Where's Ritsu? Well, obviously. Wait. Ah, damn. That's a, those are some. Oh my god, it's Ritsu. What's she doing? What? Uh, alright. Hmm. Drummer. Okay, what's up with her? Sing. Let's see. Why is Ritsu? Okay. What? Huh. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess. Like we can fit extra lights. That can help that. Well, we can add more lights. Can't we? I feel like we can add some lights. Yeah, she wants to be in the light or the spotlight. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah? She can't even whistle. Oh boy. Uh, like I feel like someone who plays the guitar cannot play a drum. Like unless and until that person has any practice with it. Because guitar is with. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah. I feel like Azusa can. Azusa is good at teaching others. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Both of them are like. Uh, yeah, it's not working like this. Yeah. What about the bass? Oh my god, what's she up to now? What? Yeah, I guess. Probably her chefs make. What? Well, you're the one to talk. She's on a journey. Cozy power. Yui. Hmm. Oh my god. All right. She's trying. Shiny. Oh, because yeah, Sao Sensei. Wow. Yeah, so she wants to be in the spotlight as well because of this. Ah! What? Okay, this is interesting. Oh, this tune. But oh my god. What? What the? Yeah. Oh god. Hmm. Damn. Not too showy, but not okay. I was wondering why she did not say anything about the bass. Yeah. What is Zaijobu? What? Okay. Oh no. She's. Oh my, she's trying to play the drum or something like that. Oh, okay, that's what she's doing. Yeah. Why is she so happy now? Like, I guess. Oh, because. Okay. Probably the height. Yeah, I think the height would be better. Shit. No, this is. Yeah. Okay, don't trip and fall on everyone. Hmm. Wait, why is there two cameras? Okay. She's okay, but I feel like everything could be solved if you put on an extra light that can shine on the drummer. But I don't know. Yeah, yeah, like not like this, not like this, but because like drum and the ah. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. She'll be intimidated by that. Like, imagine everyone doing that. Oh. Oh my god. Oh boy. I don't know. Oh, slump. Slump, slump. Yeah. Strike. I don't know. Yeah, but. Oh wow, she's she's just. Uh, okay, I'm also genuinely wondering what is she thinking about, Ritsu? Like, behind him. What? Oh, who? Wait. Yeah. Now that's why she's yeah. Hmm. Yeah, drums must be very expensive. Like even more expensive than guitars. Like it's like a huge thing. Mm. Mm. There you go. She's back. Next day in school, she'll be like, oh. Next day in school, she'll be like, yep, I'm going back to drums. Oh no, but Yui will be in the drums now. Yui will be like, oh no. Yeah? Stop that. Mio's going to. Yeah. What? What? Oh, it's a band. Okay. Yeah, you're late now. Oh my god, they are actually late. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, this is not gonna cut up. Oh, stop! Oh my god, this guy. This guy. Oh, wait. Oh my god, what happened to her? Is she sick? Why is she wearing a sunglass? Did something happen? What happened? Oh, she made. Okay, she put on. Okay. Ah, there you go. You is like, what the hell? Why? What? Why was I? Ah, Moon the Loon. What? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you know the intro that she does? Like, yeah, true. That's true. But each one is important. And that. Yeah. There you go. Problem solved. Okay. The ones that the one that she was doing. Oh no. What type of song? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. How did she come up with this from that? Interesting. Oh, wait. Will she be in the vocals now? Ah. Okay. Well, matches the theme, you know. They're actually happy. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Nice. There you go. Ritsu's problem is solved. You know, sometimes it happens. You know, like you suddenly realize that, oh, like what I'm doing, maybe I should change it up. But then by the end you realize, like, you know what? Nah, like I'm fine the way I am. That type of thing. She just wanted a little bit more, I guess you could say, a change. And now she's have had her fun with it. Now she's like, you know what? Time to go back to what I do the best. That type of thing. I can understand. And obviously, like, drumming is something that she genuinely is passionate about. So obviously it cannot like really change that quick at the drop of a hat. So yeah, she obviously she was going to, like, go back to it. And yeah. Okay, that's it. All right. So this episode was kind of a Ritsu centric episode, and like I said, she was feeling a little bit, like sad that she was always in the background. Like the spotlight was not on her, that type of thing. But then in the end, she realized that, what, this is what I enjoy doing, and I like drumming on the drum while looking at everyone in front of me, like producing their own sound. So that's what I enjoy. And it's kind of interesting to see in this episode. Another thing that we kind of saw is how Yui was ready to actually give up her guitar, so that, like she was saying that, oh, maybe I'll go to the drums, and Ritsu can take my place, because like she seems like she's in a slump and she would like to do this, which kind of proves another point, is something that I like kind of said in season 1 in the first few episodes, which is that it's not that Yui doesn't like playing guitar. She definitely enjoys it. Like, unless and until you enjoy something, you won't be able to make good stuff with it. So the fact that she can play it so well, she practices and everything, definitely shows how she enjoys playing the guitar. But the fact is that more than playing the guitar, and like more than that, she enjoys spending time with everyone else. You know, and I said this in I think like the second episode of, or was it the first episode of season 1, where I was like, you see how she commented on how she loved seeing everyone play and how she loved their company. Instead of saying anything about, oh, how good you play, she said like, oh, I enjoyed your guys' vibe. She, when she joined the club, she never said anything about like, oh, I love your playing, you play beautifully, that's why I want to join. She never said that. She said that I enjoy seeing you guys play together, kind of like Azusa. If you think about it, like Azusa also enjoyed their, like the song that they make together, the music that they make together. Yui also said a similar kind of thing, where she said like, oh, I looked at you guys and you guys seemed like you were having fun, so I, I like that, and I been like, I want to become a part of it. That's what she said. And this again is proved here in this episode, where we can see how she was so ready to give up her position, to so that they can play it like, again together. Because unless and until Ritsu comes back and someone takes her place in the drums, or she herself plays the drums, unless and until that happens, like they cannot really make songs. Like, someone is missing. So that can be compensated. She's ready to give up her position to be the drummer, just so that everyone can keep playing together, because that's what she appreciates the more: their friendship, the fun that they have while playing, and the music that they make together. That's what she enjoys. And that was also kind of shown here, which is a very subtle thing, obviously, because yeah, this episode was kind of focused on Ritsu, but this is also something that I kind of realized while, because I was like, wow, she actually said that I'm going to, go to the drums if Ritsu is actually that uncomfortable with it, which shows how much she is ready to, like, so that that group can continue. She can be ready to do anything. Yeah. Anyways, that's just something that I noticed. Either way, this episode we begin with them looking at the turtle, Tonchan. It was funny to see how Yui was putting her nose to the glass, and her nose was kind of like, going up, and Tonchan's nose was also kind of up. So it was kind of funny to see that. Anyways, Azus is like with a book, like telling Yui that, oh, you brought, you brought the pet, you have to like take care of it. Like, we shouldn't be irresponsible, and like, like you should be responsible because you're the one who took its charge. Like, so you have to actually do, like, like properly help, like, like feed it, take care of it, these type of things. And like they're having that conversation. Mio was kind of a little bit not intimidated, I would say. She wasn't really comfortable with that, However, then when Tonchan came up, she was like, "Oh, this kind of looks cute, you know." Anyways, while they're having this nice little conversation, Ritsu suddenly proclaims that she doesn't like drumming anymore. She wants to change. So what's the problem? As she says, she's like, "Oh, I don't have much problem. I love drumming. That's not the thing. Look at this. Look at the record." And she shows the previous record of the her drumming. Her whole face is completely dark. Because there's no light there. Now, like I said, I feel like I feel like this whole problem could have been very easily just change, can be cleared up if they just put a light over there. Now, I guess this is the school, so maybe they cannot put a light over there. I mean, maybe it'll be a problem. But I'm pretty sure if they told Nodoka-chan about like, oh, you know what, this is the problem. So the back part of the the auditorium is kind of dark. There's not much light going there. So can we add a few lights over there? I'm pretty sure Nodoka-chan could have done something. She's in the student council, and she could have easily brought that up to the to the school, and the school probably would have helped them out, done it. So I'm pretty sure that is one way to completely solve this problem. Another way is to just change the positions. Like, I'm pretty sure somewhere in the backside there is a section where the light falls. So just take Ritsu and put her over there in that part, and position the other members based on Ritsu, that type of thing. So I don't know. She was like, these were like some easy ways. I feel like they could have cleared this problem. But either way, that was not the main thing. The main thing was Ritsu kind of wanted to play other instruments and see how it feels like. I feel like that was the main thing here, because it did seem she was having quite fun, and she did want to try other people's instrument, and everyone else in the group are also kind of down for that. They were like, you know what, it sounds fun, trying out others' instrument. It'll be kind of like an interesting perspective. And yeah, this thing. So at first Mio was kind of surprised. She was like, okay, I've never seen her like this before. She always whatever she says, she always loved the drums. So suddenly saying this, I've never seen this before. Either way, Ritsu's like, yeah, let's try out others instruments. So the first one is obviously the guitar. So yeah, now what's her name? Yui. Yeah, Yui's guitar, Gita. She gives it to Ritsu. I love how she starts crying. And Ritsu's like, what's the problem? And she's like, oh, it feels like Gita's cheating on me. And then as soon as Ritsu's like, oh, please teach me, sensei, she's like, oh, sure, why not? All the sadness gone. Anyways, so her and Azusa starts teaching Ritsu about how to play the guitar, properly. Now, I'm pretty sure Ritsu has some, some, what's that word? Some experience, I'm pretty sure she knows a few things about the guitar, but this is a completely new instrument, so obviously she will have to be taught about what the different strings are and all that stuff. So here we see they give the music sheet to her, and Azusa is like, all right, let's start. And she's teaching her to oh, this is this chord, this is this, that, put your fingers on here, this and that. And while Yui is also kind of commenting, both of them are commenting at the same time, and they were so passionate about teaching her. In the end, Ritsu gets so overwhelmed. She's like, you know what, I feel like this is too much for me. So yeah, I cannot, hats off to you guys that you can do this so properly and keep your head towards so many things. But here you go. Now, this is something interesting. I kind of tried playing the guitar before, I remember. Now, as far as as a beginner, I didn't go much further. I kind of got to know about the chords and stuff, and that's it, nothing more. I kind of stopped playing, because I realized that obviously learning a new thing takes a lot of time, and I did not have that amount of time to put to it. So, but one thing I can say, what Ritsu said is true as far as I could see, is that this does take a lot of thinking. Like for example, like you have to do so many things. First of all, you have to obviously learn the different chords and stuff, whatever you call it, and then you have to properly memorize it. At first you have to memorize it, like little by little. After playing it more and more, your muscles start, like your own fingers will try to start memorizing it, and then you won't even have to think. You reach a stage like that. But that's after a lot of practice. At first you definitely have to memorize it, like you have to memorize where to put your hands, which thing to press, this and that, like. So for a beginner it is quite overwhelming, but I feel like as you keep practicing more and more, playing the guitar becomes easy. Like it's difficult for beginners, as far as I could, like in my experience, it's difficult for beginners. But as you go more and more into it, and you start getting the tempo, you start and when you'll be able to press a certain part without even looking at it, your body will remember it. When you reach that part, it becomes easy for you. It becomes easy for you. Like that's when it's very easy. However, at the beginning it is quite overwhelming, and Ritsu was in the beginner portion. They were like, oh, press this part, press this part, give more strength into the thing. And they were like all it was all over the place. So Ritsu was like, yeah, what not for me, at least not now. So she says like hats off to you guys, you're able to do this. And either way, that was it. That was the first instrument that they were Ritsu tried. Later on, we kind of see Sawachan sensei kind of moving, and sparkling, like very happy. She's become the homeroom teacher, that's why. And Ritsu sees that, and Ritsu is like, you know what? This is what I want. I want myself to sparkle, and to sparkle, I need the spotlight on me. And that's why she wants to get the spotlight on her, and that's why she's trying all of this now. Now in the class, they were having like a little recess break, and they're having their lunch, and Ritsu was kind of talking to others, and just came back and started talking to them. And Mio, like I said, here thinks that, oh, she always has been very very free to everything. She's very very open. Like she's like, as she says, she's like a migratory bird. She has a lot of freedom. She can do anything and everything. However, this is probably the first time I've seen her actually say something about the drum, because she never says that. She is very passionate about drumming. So either way, next time that Ritsu comes in, Ritsu shows points towards Sawachan sensei and says like, look at her. I want to be like that. I want the spotlight to fall on me. Anyways, this time the keyboard. So Ritsu starts playing the keyboard, and she's like pressing the individual buttons, and it's making certain noises. I love how Yui translates that. And Mugi's very impressed. Mugi's like, oh, it looks like my keyboard is talking. Either way, okay, just a minute. Yeah, while she was doing it, Mio gets pretty impressed, and Mio wants to do it, but Ritsu starts playing a weird, scary noise. Mio gets freaked out, and they start pinching each other's cheek. That was funny, at first Mio grabs Ritsu's cheeks, and Ritsu grabs it back, and they're both stretching each other's cheeks. That was funny. Oh boy. Anyways, now after this, we kind of see Yui asks a question. He's like, why not the bass? And I was also thinking, I was like, why did she not talk about the bass? Because I feel like the first thing she would have said is like, oh, Mio, give me your bass, let me try it. Because they've been friends for a long time. So I also thought Ritsu telling Mio to give the bass to her so that she can try first. So why she was not bringing it up was kind of interesting. I was like, yeah, why is she not bringing it up? Makes sense, because Mio herself is not really happy about that, because she is like, oh, if she starts playing the bass, I won't have any place to be. Now, obviously, we know Mio is pretty, quite timid, and it's not really, comfortable in going in front of the crowd, that type of thing. So, being the bassist, like she says, she's not really that much, overlooked. nor is she like in front of the crowd, that type of thing. So she's like in the middle. But I feel like that kind of defeats the whole purpose whenever she's in the vocals. Like as soon as she comes to the vocals, all like all the spotlight falls on her. So the fact that she says that she wants to be in the bass because she wants to be like in the background, it doesn't really work out when she's on the vocals. Like, yeah, when Yui is doing the vocals, I can understand. She's like, neither in the background nor in front. She's like in the middle, and she's not overlooked, nor is the whole crowd looking at her. She's like in the very middle type of position where she has a very decent exposure, not too much, not too less, and she's happy with that. I can understand that when Yui is on the vocals. When she comes to the vocals, everyone looks at her. So it defeats the whole purpose, but still, like she doesn't want Ritsu to, like take the bass from her, because yeah, then she will have to obviously take up some other instrument which she doesn't think she'll be comfortable with. That's why Ritsu never said anything about the bass, and Ritsu's like, yeah, I knew that. That's why I never said anything about getting Mio's bass. And they kind of tease her. They're like, oh wow, like you're so considerate of Mio, haha. And Mio gets embarrassed. Anyways, okay, so later on, just a minute. Okay, after that, Yui is like, all right, you know what? Let me handle this. I'll think of something. And at home, Yui starts practicing the drum on the. I realized, so she was actually trying to practice drums, so that she thought that she was going to take Ritsu's place if Ritsu was really not that comfortable with it. So she was like banging those those the glasses and everything, the plates, and she's like, oh, I have to get used to this, because she was practicing in taking Ritsu's place, so that everything becomes fine. Okay, a little scene we kind of see is Sawa-chan sensei is like putting on the makeup, and then they go to have uh, the school photograph or the class photograph, not school photographs, class photograph, and everyone's like, oh my god, like Sawa-chan sensei, like, she's so amazing. She's even more amazing now that she's a homeroom teacher, and she's like listening to all of that, and she's like, either way, they kind of like stand up for this class photograph, and this kind of reminded me of my school time as well. Like I remember like doing this. Obviously, like we also had class photographs, and like usually during some like festival, like like obviously in anime and in Japan, we see there's a lot of like like festivals in school, like the cultural festival. What else? Like so many festivals they have, like like the other, like the sports festival and all that. I have to say, our school, like my school, also had a lot of festivals. Now that I think about it, it differs. It differs by school by school. Like in India, in like when I lived, where I live, there a lot of schools had no festivals at all. Like that type. But there were a lot of schools like that. But there was a few schools which kind of focused on a lot of festivals and stuff, like a lot of group activities, as they say. And my school was one of those. So I have to say I had a very fun time in school. There was a lot of festival, like we have in like in here in the animes, like sports festival. We used to have sports festival every year. It was very fun. Like all the the parents used to come. They used to like watch us, record us, and we had a lot of different competitions. Like I remember like there was like a competition about juggling or something like that. There's a lot of things we used to have. So we had our sports festival. There was a cultural festival, something like that we also used to have, where like we used to have like different plays, like different plays on the stage, and like we used to like recite stuff, these type of things, like like we used to have. So like this, or we also had at the end of every year a group photograph, like, and those photographs used to be printed in a magazine, a school magazine. Every year a school magazine used to come out. Students could also put their own stories in the magazines. If you like to write stories, you can write a story and submit it for there. Poetry, art, different stuff you can put. And obviously the school photograph was also there, like every, not school, sorry, class photograph. Every class used to have a photograph. And I remember Similar thing like this. We used to have like these benches like this. We used to like just stack them up, and yeah, like height wise, we used to stand. Uh, I'm not that tall, I would say, but back when I was a kid, I was quite tall compared to the other kids. So I used to usually stand like in the not the last, but the one after the last row. So I used to always stand over there, like that type of thing. Like, yeah, I'm a very average height, like I'm not that tall. However, back when I was a kid, I was quite tall compared to my other friends. So I just got reminded of that, and the teacher would also used to sit there, and they used to take our picture. It was nice, fun times. Anyways, yeah. So they snapped the picture, and later on, Ritsu comes to back to the club, and Yui's like, all right, you know what? I have a plan. And they bring Ritsu's drum at the front. She's like, oh, this can this can help you out. And I love how she brings in a little light and tries to focus it on Ritsu. And Ritsu gets like so much light falls on her. She gets startled. Anyways, Yui's another like genius plan is that so that Ritsu doesn't get lonely, they're going to play and look at her. Play, look at her. Play, look at her. Do that. It was fun, There she was like bring up all these new like ideas, and anyways, that's out of the way. Later on, we see Yui talking to this about this to Azusa, and Yui says like I feel like she's in a slump. So like if it's possible, I can be the drummer. I don't want to Ritsu to like I want to play alongside Ritsu again. So I want this problem to go away as soon as possible. So that's what I was saying, like this kind of shows how obviously Yui loves playing the guitar, but she definitely puts her friends above playing the guitar. The thing that she loves is her and her friends having fun playing together. So if one person is not in there, she wouldn't like it. So she's ready to give up her guitar just so that the group can stay together. That type of thing, which is kind of nice. Like I said, that is something that Yui has always appreciated. She never joined the club because of their amazing playing. She joined the club because she felt that they were having fun while playing, and she wanted to be a part of it. So there you go. Either way, next we get a little scene of Sawa-chan Sensei. She was she was putting on more. I don't know what that was, like some kind of a lotion or something. And I don't know what happened, but next day something happened. I don't know what exactly happened. Maybe she put more of it, or maybe like some kind of like she like putting more of it. I'm pretty sure she maybe had some kind of a side effect for that or something. Like maybe she her face became like I don't know. Like sometimes happens when you put more stuff in your face. Like sometimes side effects can happen. Like maybe it kind of maybe that's was what was the problem. That's why she was like hiding her whole mask and putting on a sunglass. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, like something happened because she overdid it. Anyways, next we see Ritsu back in her house. She's like thinking about like her past, and she remembers how she after seeing how cool like a certain band drummer is, she wanted to play the drums, and that's why she brought up like, oh, this looks cool, Neo, let's make a band, I'll be the drummer. That's how everything started. And she little by little she was so passionate about it, she brought the drumsticks, because obviously she didn't have much money for it then. Used to play play with the drumsticks. Then as they got more money, probably went to part-time jobs and stuff, she was able to buy a drum. And yeah, so she kind of remembered that. She remembered how her calluses like it's still there. You have to like hit hard, it's a drum. So she was remembering that. She takes her drumstick and start playing on the table. She gets back her feeling of, she's like, yeah, you know what, let me go back to the drums again. Either way, next day she and Mio are late to school, so they're like running, and here she kind of, when Mio asks like, what were you doing, she said like, oh, I was listening to that guy drumming. What was his name? uh Da Hoop. Yeah, that was the name of the band, I guess. Like watching the drummer. So Mio's like, oh, so you're you're feeling okay again, like, you're back again. And yeah, so they go back to the class. They were trying to sneak in. I love how Yui's like, ah, Mio, Ritsu, you're finally here. Oh my god, everyone starts laughing. Anyways, Sawatan Sensei, like, she's putting her face in a mask, and there's like a, with a sunglass and like in a mask. And obviously, after class, they ask, what's wrong with you? And she says that I wanted to shine more and I was Oh, she was experimenting. Okay, makes sense. I was like, why? Okay, so she probably put in something that probably did not suit with her skin, and it probably, like, like had some side effects on. Like maybe, like, it got inflamed or something. Sometimes it happens. Like, not everything suits your skin. Like, it depends. That's why, as she said, she was experimenting, and bam. And they start patting her in the back. She's like, "Oh, you went too far." Anyways, back in the club, Ritsu's like, I'm back in the drums. You know what? Like, I like drumming. So there you go. And yeah, and she says here that even if I'm not in the spotlight, even if I'm in the shadows, even if my legs are shown, the drums are what. And Yui's like, yes, you've got to be on the drums. And there's a very interesting thing that Yui says here. She says that, what's that part? She says that you've taught me a lot. We're in the same band, but what we see and what we think are different. We have all our own places, and we're all different. But when we play, we become one. This is such a good, little, thing that she says here. This can be, like, applied to anything. I feel like this line that Yui says, like, not only in band but anything. Like this line, we're in the same band. Ignore that. If you ignore that, like I said, anything can be put in, like, in what she was saying, could be put in anything, any context. What we see and how we think all are different, but we all have our own places, and we're all different. Still, when we play, we become one. You can literally put this anywhere and any context, not only in a band, like in life as well. Everyone has their own thing that they do. Everyone sees different scenes from where they are, like, but, when we are together, like, when we play, we become one, that type of thing. I feel like this is a quote that can be put anywhere at any place, and it will fit perfectly. And it is true, like Yui says, like, she kind of sat back in the drums and was playing, and she saw what Ritsu is seeing, like everyone's backs, and Ritsu also says, like, you know what, this is something that I enjoy. I play the drum, I look at you guys are playing in front of me, I see your back, like, you're making your own sound, and that motivates me to bang hard and, like, play the drum, and like, make the song even better. And it's nice to see that Neo says that, oh, I've also, like, finished the song, that, the sounds that we're making kind of motivated me. And she plays the song. It's a nice little, like, tune. And Neo's like, all right, let me start writing a song based on this. And the name of the tune that Neo thought was, the title was, okay, what was it? Honey Sweet Tea Time. So I'm guessing this will be their newest song, which we'll probably get to hear later on when they play it in a concert or something. Either way, I love how the next thing that they do is they're actually eating honey on, like, rusk, and, like, having tea with that. Anyways, like, as usual, Ritsu, like, Yui and Azusa, like, like, kind of having their own conversation. Yui is like, the whole honey is, like, on her face, and Azusa's like, oh, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, here, take this. And Yui's like, oh, wipe my face. Azusa's like, please do it yourself. And after saying that, literally after saying that, she starts wiping her face. I love, like, the interactions that Azusa has with Yui. It's always so funny. Oh boy. Anyways, later on, we see Mio has, like, like, it's like thinking of, like, lyrics, and Mugi's, like, helping her out. And yeah, And later on, they're like, "Oh, join us for, like for the snacks," and they have their snacks. And that's where it ended. Another really nice episode. Ritsu had a little bit of a trouble at the beginning, but she's back, in the drums again. And yeah, everything is fine. So there you go. That is it. That's my reaction to this episode number 3 for K-On! Season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next week with another episode of K-On! Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.